a message for my people.
Nick Dad, baby. We the new label.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, son.
Now this the black sheep sticking its home. I need a crib like I'm Gatsby.
I need it.
In hand, just understand my
Pockets that deep.
with nothing to prove. I ain't got nothing to do. When they can't compete and I got nothing to lose. You see, they told me I'm the one that's
Yes,
gonna
we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Veterans Minimum, the #1 sports betting vibe on the internet. I'm your host, Nick Dais. All things me is at Nick Dais 10. The man to my left. I told him once he walked in, the hat, phenomenal. I can't pull it off, but you can. George Carmona.
It's a big week for Jalen Hurts. This is I would feel a Jalen Hurts staple now. I know. It's tough as a Giants fan, but you
You've been
already
a dick
stated,
the last
bro.
two shows, bro. You
Me?
told me I wore orange because of the Broncos and all this shit, and then
You did.
you know, it was a Knicks diplomat shirt, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, we did talk basketball, so I guess we could. I missed the ball on that. It was for the Knicks, but this Jalen Hurts style hat is good for our hopefully an MVP ticket with his name on it.
Listen,
also,
we need
Hutchinson's name on it. Also, Bijan Robinson. Like, come on,
Yeah.
that parlay can make us a milli.
yeah.
And so this is a big week to put up 45 points on the Giants.
Yeah, we're definitely going to address that game for sure. I want to start by saying shout out to everyone watching, whether it's on YouTube, Spotify, listening on Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Rate, review, subscribe, follow. Tag us if you're listening to the show. We'll repost it. Shout out to everyone watching on the You're Welcome Network. George, real quick, been getting a lot of feedback from new listeners of the show. They love it. They're enjoying it. We're giving out winners. We're having fun. They want us to just briefly explain the picks again.
Okay.
I know we're not going to do our pick segment now, but just early in the episode, let's just address all the different code names that we have.
For sure.
People are like, what the fuck is Ursolita? So explain to the world what Ursolita is in the Veterans Minimum atmosphere.
So we start with Ursolita. Ursolita is the ugliest bet on the board, but you're still going to bet it anyways because although it is ugly, there is some beauty in it. And the reason why we call it Ursolita is because of Ursula Cordero. Ugly name, beautiful girl.
Great girl.
Great girl,
Yeah.
right? So you get the best of both worlds. That's an Ursula pick right there.
Yeah.
You don't want it when you see the name, right? You'd be like, I can't
Yeah.
be with the person named
Never.
Ursula.
And then she walks through the door and you're like, oh,
I guess I can be.
I'm on board.
That is
You know, when
Ursula.
All through high school and in college, anytime we would hook up with a girl that was not the most attractive, we'd be like, listen, bro, every now and then you got to play the Jaguars, right? Like you're not always going to be Sunday Night Football against the Chiefs and Mahomes. Every now and then you're going to play the Blake Bortles Jaguars. And
Correct.
that was just a way to feel better about, the not so attractive female, the not great girl that you would take home from the bar. So that's Ursula. In this economy, can be a prop or a line that just doesn't make sense, right? A couple weeks ago, which, I do need to explain this. I'm getting fucking violated because in this economy, I'm 0-4 against the spread. I'm 1-2 on anytime touchdown props. But also, I do have that plus 550 Hurts,
Two
parlay.
passing
Two passing
touchdowns.
touchdowns over 200 yards.
Yep.
Where they were playing with his name. So in this economy, it's just like a mispriced, right? Saquon Barkley now is minus 120 to score a touchdown against the Giants. In this economy, it's a crazy line. So that's what we mean by that. Explain to the world what the toxic one is.
The toxic pick is a favorite in which you cannot bet this favorite. You're either going to take the underdog in this situation or you're passing on the game. So, I mean, this is the one where it can be a little bit confusing, but it is a favorite that we do not like to the point that we will not bet it. It is toxic. It is poisonous. If anything, we're taking the underdog.
Or we're just not betting
We're just not betting
at
at all. Like, I didn't bet the toxic one last week when I went 4-1. I lost the toxic one. Look at that.
Undefeated.
Undefeated on the week because I didn't bet that.
Exactly. Yeah. So basically, it's the fade. Don't play this, is what we're saying.
Correct.
But we're going with the toxic one because there's always that one person in your life you should stay away from. But sometimes we don't.
That's true.
And that's where we get in trouble. Trust me, it's not our favorite pick of the week. It's above that. It's like, bro, Billy Walters, shout out to Bill Krakenberger, shout out to all these professional bettors. You're not swaying me off this pick. I don't give a fuck who the pros are on. You know why? Because trust me, is 6-1, baby. 23-6-1 the last year and a half. Oh, suck it. That's how we're getting down. That's a crazy record. So trust me, when you see trust me, follow my trust me 6-1. George's trust me, you're gonna fade it, and you'd be making good money because he's 1-6 on
1-6 now, but
you're on the board.
I'm on a 1-game winning streak.
Oh, you're only as good as the last week. Bro. Talk to me.
Bro, I don't. You said I'm what, 1-6? In my mind, I'm 0-0 heading into the next week.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
We're on to Cincinnati.
We're on to Cincinnati, bro. That's literally that. And our Becky. I'll explain the Becky pick.
Let me ask you this.
Actually, yeah.
It's Becky for me. What would be your name?
Margot.
It's a great girl.
Margot. Kind of an ugly name. Could possibly be the next Ursula one if we don't have. And by the way, I want to state this. It's either Ursula or Ursolita. We will interchange it depending on if we're feeling Hispanic at the moment.
Yeah, and how we're feeling.
Correct.
You know?
So, yeah, but it would be Margot for me. Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie is.
That's how good the pick is.
Generational talent. That's a real generational talent. Not all these running backs that go in the first round. We call generational talents. And yeah, Becky, because Becky G is my celebrity crush. And if I ever met her, I'm almost positive I'd make her fall in love with me. So those are the explanations of the picks. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope you guys are having fun like we are. George, it's week 8. Really fun segment I have. I put this together. I was thinking about it, right? Let's start with this. I think I've asked you this before, but like, any regrets in life? Have I asked you this before?
You have asked me this.
All right, so how about this? Give me like the last year. What's a regret in the last year?
In the last year, a regret. Bro, I keep vaping. I can't stop vaping.
How old are you, bro?
I'm 27 years old.
No. I know that, but like, come on. That's what I mean. Like,
yeah, but I mean, like coming from a family of smokers, I just can't stop, bro. I got the nicotine addiction. And if I was to stop, I would go to Zins. So am I really even stopping the nicotine habit? That's my biggest regret. I do feel like I'm a loser a little bit when I, at every location, rip my vape and ghost hit it. But, you know, this is the life that I'm choosing to live at this moment in time. Will I change? Yeah, I have to now because I've said it on the show. It's time to grow up.
We're going to hold you accountable, sir.
It's time to grow up, but I will never stop smoking weed. Okay? I will never stop smoking weed.
Hey, that's how I feel about gambling and drinking. I'll be honest. And I don't even drink that crazy, right? Like I might drink now at this point like once a month, but I get fucking hammered, bro. And it's only beer. And I don't drive. I'm not a piece of shit. Though I do like to gamble. I'm not a piece of shit. And like it's IPAs like a hipster. It's Blue Moon. Like it's like 300 calories of fucking beer. I'm taking down like 10. So much for that jujitsu and that working out I did that week.
It's shot, bro.
It's catastrophic.
IPAs suck, by the way.
Nah, there's some
I have to stand on business with it.
Is that like the whitest thing about me?
Do you like Guinness too?
John immediately just started shaking his head. Like, yeah. No, I'm not a Guinness guy. But I'm a big IPA guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm slowly becoming everything I once made fun of. And I'm drinking wine. I used to make fun of people that drink wine. I have an electric car.
You got a little dog?
I got a little puppy. Shout out to Dais.
He's not a puppy anymore, bro. We got to stop calling him a puppy.
Come on, bro. He's tiny. Isn't a puppy like the size of the dog, or is it the age?
Fair enough.
It's a good one, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was a 10-8. You didn't accept
Fair enough. That dog could be 14 years old, but if it's 10 pounds, that's still a puppy.
That's a puppy, bro.
That's a little puppy.
You know what I'm saying? And what else? 3 condom betting. I've been doing a lot of that lately. You know, I did a 6-leg minus 600 each leg. Fight doesn't go to distance plus 101. 2 of the 6 lost.
No.
Minus 600, yeah. And yeah, you know. couple regrets. I will tell you this on a serious note.
Okay.
And I've never in my life felt as confident in a take and in a bet like I did with Barkley, Offensive Player of the Year last year. Man, I should have like taken out loans from banks and put myself in so much debt to make this wager because, like, bro, it was like it was as if I would time traveled. Right? Like we put the clips out in March, April, May with the timestamps and all that shit, and like just to see it happen. And it's like,
are you a time traveler?
I ended up winning. Like,
hold on, stop. Do you think you've traveled time before? You go to sleep.
Some of my takes
and your dreams
have been money.
Do you dream about outcomes of games?
Yeah, I've had way too many dreams of like, wasn't it Back to the Future where the dude had the almanac? Right, he had the sports. Yeah, he had the sport, and he had all the results. Like, bro, give me one day of that. Not even give me one 10 a.m. slate of just knowing the game. Fuck that. Give me the Berlin game in a couple weeks. Let me know what the outcomes are. I fucking put a 25 leg parlay to take down all these casinos. Yeah, I have thought about that way more. I've been out sometimes, bro, like in public at like bars and shit. And as I'm watching the game, I'm like, fuck, man, this $120 I've spent tonight could have been flipped in some anytime touchdown parlays or some shit. Better off doing that. Yeah, that's probably my biggest regret in the sports betting scene in recent memory. Just because of like the conviction of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how many times have you had people be like, "Oh, dude, I wouldn't have bet that," or like, "Yo, I knew that was gonna happen" after the fact? It's like, all right, cool. A lot of people feel that way and have that like epiphany after, but like not when I had it for fucking the moment he signed with the Giants. You know, like, I just wish, and I came out good on that. You came out good on that too. We went and we cashed the ticket together. You know, we put a social post on there and all that. So like I won a good amount of money, but I should have won more.
Biggest regret for me, sports betting wise, this past year, and I told myself I was going to do it starting at the beginning of the year. Scotty Scheffler every single week to be top 10. It would have made me crazy money.
But even like so I don't bet golf. So like what's like the market of that for him?
Bro, for a 4-day tournament, he was winning so often that he was like maybe like plus 150, plus 200. So like if you had to pick him as a winner, then that's
so for him to finish top 10 would probably what, like minus 400s?
Correct, right? Like, but I mean that's just something that in my head I was like, just do it and roll it over. Like it's going to inevitably happen if he's in the tournament.
Yeah.
And he goes on a crazy run again this year. And I felt the same way about Max Verstappen in F1. That 1 year after the F1 show came out and he dominated the F1 show. Then that following year, he wins like the most races ever in F1 history. So what are we doing? Come on. We just got to keep rolling it over on this dude.
Bro, F1 is a month away. Here in Vegas, they've already started with the traffic, and I actually went to the first F1 in town. Went by accident because like a friend of mine called me. She had an extra ticket and she brought me there. Dope event. If you go, it's like a one-time thing for me. But I remember Verstappen got hit with like a penalty or some shit, and I remember calling Jeremiah and I'm like, "Yo, how good is this guy?" He's like, "Dude, he's the fucking GOAT." And I'm looking at the book, and he was like plus 250 to win the race, and like going into it, he was like minus 200. I was like, all right, whatever. I was feeling good that day. I went to put $20. I put 200 because I was hammered. He ended up winning the race.
Mistake.
Yeah, he ended up winning the race. But yeah, that run that he went on was crazy. That was crazy. Let us know in the comments what your biggest sports regret is or life regret. You know, we got a new audience we're tapping into. George, real quick, housekeeping notes. Our week 7 contest, we had a tie. We had a tie with Phillips again and Danny.
Yeah.
My buddy Danny from back home. Remember, the NFL contest is free. It's in the link in the bio. If you want to just play for week 8, you could. If you want to play for week 13, you could. Just submit the picks. We're giving away $50 each week. We've given away $350 so far. Well, with this. Shout out to all the winners. If George and I win the contest, we're just going to let you guys know that you ain't shit and we're better than you.
And it
so far we're 0-7
this week, bro. It almost happened.
And so far we're 0-7. We are struggling. We're also 0-7 on Thursday Night Football first touchdown props.
Now that's hitting tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if you follow us on Instagram, you've been seeing every week. I've been making the reaction videos, which I'm telling you, Nick, I don't care where you're at. You're making a reaction video tomorrow.
Yeah. So I didn't make one last week because
They didn't have the ball.
they didn't have the ball. Like I set up a reaction
Correct.
for them.
What
But I gotta
Yeah.
start posting them because people have been enjoying your misery.
Oh my God, bro. Because it's so good because I have it on my iPad so you can still hear the game sound perfectly. I don't get in trouble with like showing it.
Yeah.
So it's mint content. Us just being losers. This week it hits though.
Let's
we
do
get
it.
back to positive. I almost won the contest, the Pick'em contest this week by 1. I missed it by 1. I would have been in the 3-way tie for first, and dare I say I would have cold enveloped.
Whoa, you would do that to the people? I'm for it. I'm for
if
it.
I am tied for first, nobody else is winning.
I'm for it.
I can't be the one that picks it.
I'm for
All right,
it.
we got to roll the dice up.
All right, we're gonna go evens for Danny, odds for Phillips.
Two
snake eyes.
Snake
Wow.
It would have been
Dang.
Alec, but instead it's Danny, yeah?
Danny.
Danny.
Shouts to Danny.
Congrats.
Danny, congrats. I'm sure you're gonna text me and you want your money. Yeah.
Payment once. Send it via
I just got
USPS.
I just got a text because so my dad hit a soccer bet
Okay.
today. And he goes, real quick before I go to sleep, just remember who taught you everything.
That's a great text.
Shout out to Pops. Shout out to Pops. All right, George.
Yes.
We kind of went a little bit off the rails, but controlled chaos will bring it back. Biggest regrets. This is going to be the name of the episode, and this is going to be the name of the show for this particular reason. What are the biggest regrets you think a team, a player, or ourselves have for this year? And again, it could be a take that we might have had that we regret. It could be a player. It could be a team.
Got it.
I'm going to start first,
Go ahead.
and I'm going to speak as if I'm the 49ers.
All right.
I think I might be regretting giving Brock Purdy that monster contract. Mac Jones is undefeated with us, and he's playing well with missing pieces. McCaffrey's having a monster year. Like McCaffrey, if you took McCaffrey in your fantasy football league, you're feeling yourself right now. Greatly, because he is literally the best prototype of a fantasy football player, but you were worried about he's 28 now, 29, already being injured. The team's kind of injured already, but he's been such a focal point for them. But like, bro, Mac Jones, right? And you know what I was thinking about, George? Do you remember when he was coming out in 2021? The Niners wanted him at 3. Shanahan loved him at 3. People were betting him going to the Niners. And then a couple reports came out that they love Trey Lance. And then people started betting Trey Lance to be the Niners quarterback. Trey Lance ends up going there, gets traded 2 or 3 years later. Mac Jones goes to New England, flops over there, gets benched, then goes to the Jaguars as a backup, plays a couple of games last year. Shit, it looks like Brian Thomas Jr. fucking misses him in Jacksonville because he was balling out over there. Now he signs as a backup, and he's balling. We got to add him to the list of the Bakers, Darnolds, Daniel Jones. Mac Jones is balling right now. And if you look at the Brock Purdy contract, right? They signed him this offseason. Man, it is a lot of money, bro. 5 years, $265 million, 181 million guaranteed, $53 million a year. And then you look at Mac Jones, who comes in as your quarterback. He's been playing well. All right, the one game against the Bucks that they lost, I know I said he was undefeated, but like he's keeping them afloat. Right? He's already hit an incentive that has made him a lot of money because he's played a certain amount of snaps. But if you're Shanahan, you're the front office. Do you feel like they regret it, or am I bugging out?
You 100% regret it because you knew the reason why those 49er teams were able to be so stacked with Brock Purdy at the helm was because of the rookie contract. Every 49ers fan was dreading the day that they would have to pay him millions, because I think every 49ers fan also knew that, yes, he is a very competent, good quarterback. Like, I'm not taking this away from Brock Purdy. He's played amazing in big time games that has made me a believer that he is worthy of a contract similar to that. However, if you're an organization, you have to be thinking, what is the next Brock Purdy play we can make? And you eventually they had to bite the bullet. Like, they didn't pull the trigger on any quarterbacks that really pique their fancy in which they can run the system back again. They didn't want to ship him out because of the ridicule that they would receive. But I think the NFL now is starting to get hip to all these big time draft picks that failed at other locations that can be almost like a rookie contract level quarterback for you, and you could be competitive. Now, the crappiest thing with Mac Jones is he's got a little bit of swagger to him now. Like, once a quarterback has been fired, been traded, you're in the new location, you have evolved into a different person that you clearly weren't when you first came in the NFL, because you were nervous. And so now Brock Purdy is in a spot, bro, that if he has a losing record with the 49ers at the end of the season when he inevitably comes back, I would be extremely worried for him in the coming years that they would probably want to get rid of him sooner rather than later.
I love that take, bro. I couldn't agree with you more. Every 49ers fan was dreading this day.
Oh, they hated it.
And it was so cool to say, like, yo, we got like 7 players, top 5 in salary at their position. And now you have one in your quarterback, and he's hurt. Is he coming back this week?
It's like they're playing that game where it could be, especially the 49ers.
Yeah. Shit, they're fucking the Christian
McCaffrey shit from last year was ridiculous.
Yeah. And like, yo, he might, right now, it's expected for him to miss yet another game. It's up in the air. But like, I always talk about this, right? Like with the quarterbacks. Joe Flacco is the quarterback now for the Bengals, which we need him to do well. For if you guys watch the Monday show, when Burrow is 100% healthy, let me get the car keys again, bro. It's my whip. It's not debatable.
Okay, I'll put it this way. What highlight plays has Brock Purdy made that stick out to you in your mind that you're like, there's no way that we can exist without him? With Joe Burrow, there's plenty that come to my mind. Lamar Jackson, plenty. Josh Allen, plenty.
Yeah.
So if you can't validate, and I mean, I know it's crappy to say, but like, you need a game changer. And I think Brock Purdy is a game manager. Both can be good. I would almost argue that a game manager is better than a game changer because they're more consistent. However, you knew you were going to have to shell out this money eventually, and you should have tested the market for a year with Mac Jones. Because, I mean, shit, he was available. Daniel Jones was available. Sam Darnold was available. They didn't have to pull the trigger. And so I agree with you. That's a good regret from the 49ers, because it's going to hinder them from making a lot of big moves that they need to make, especially defensively now, that could help them go on a deep playoff run.
What you got?
If I'm the Saints, my biggest regret is drafting Tyler Shough. There is zero buzz around Saints Kingdom about Tyler starting a game anytime soon because of how perfectly average Spencer Rattler has been. Spencer Rattler, with a record of now, I believe it's 1-13 overall in his career, has Saints fans on podcasts that I've watched on YouTube saying, why would we go with Tyler when Spencer Rattler's the hot hand? And it's like, bro, we got a problem. We got a legitimate problem. We drafted this kid second round. Scadaboo was drafted behind him, and I know we have Kamara, but think in the future, right? There's plenty of other options that the Saints could have made. Instead, we decided to go with a quarterback that we're not going to watch this year. And the memes that people are making of Spencer Rattler teaching Tyler Shugg how to play football are hilarious. It's literally the funniest shit on the internet right now. Anything to do with the Saints football team. And
can I make it even funnier?
Go ahead, man.
All right. Ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Spencer Rattler, Brock Purdy, Trevor Lawrence, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Drake May. All younger than Tyler Shook.
I mean,
Tyler
he
Shook
was,
is
28,
26 years old.
26. My God.
Yeah, he just turned 26 in September. So happy late birthday.
So he'll be 27 next year when he gets us now. He will play a little bit this year. I find it hard to believe that they're not going to at least give him a chance. However, is that going to happen before the trade deadline when we get rid of half our team anyways? Like, let me see him with Chris Olave. Let me see him with a Rashid Shaheed. Now a new Taysom Hill, our fucking highest paid player on the Saints, Taysom Hill, who in 3 games has 9 carries. You're getting paid the most out of anybody on our team. You're back. I don't give a fuck if you were injured. Run the fucking ball. He's actually listed, Taysom Hill is listed on ESPN, which I know they're not 100% accurate all the time, but on the depth chart, Taysom Hill's second, Tyler Shugg is third. What the fuck? So that my biggest regret is doing that. You have a player with 0 upside.
He's a $15 million cap hit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so wild. He's 35 years old, Taysom Hill.
He robbed the Saints, bro.
Yeah.
He literally robbed them.
Dude.
But I will say this.
Wow.
Most impactful Saints player next to Drew Brees in Saints history.
That's a crazy take. Just off the top of my head, like Jimmy Graham, Michael Thomas before he went crazy.
Think about all the different things that Taysom Hill in a single year, like started at quarterback for 6 games, shifted back to running back. He's like how Tyler Warren is right now for the Colts. I mean, he was like, whatever you wanted, you could do with him. So it is warranted that he is getting paid a good amount. Should not be our most expensive player on the roster.
Yeah. Well, you just mentioned one of my regrets. If I'm the Chicago Bears, and I know they're getting picked on a lot, but by the way, quietest 4-game winning streak, I think, in recent NFL history. Nobody is talking about them. We're going to get to them. Oh, are we going to get to them in a little bit? But they drafted Colston Loveland over Tyler Warren. They took him 10th overall. Warren fell 4 spots later. And like, bro, the first drive for the Colts this year, because they were playing the Dolphins, and I remember I took the Colts. So I had that game on the monitor. It was in my 4-box on the YouTube TV. Caught like 3 passes in the first drive. Colston Loveland has done nothing this year. Like he's been a non-factor. He has 8 catches for 78 yards. I feel like Tyler Warren has done that 4 times this year. He's just making so many plays. Talk about a Swiss Army knife, like you mentioned with Taysom Hill. He scored against the Chargers on a running back direct snap a couple weeks before. He's like everywhere. And he could block, and he could catch, route running. And like, bro, it was crazy because I don't watch too much college football. Everyone knows this. But like, I remember watching Penn State, and I was like, who the fuck is that guy on the defense? Abdul Carter. And I was like, yo, this tight end is like
nice with it.
Balling, bro.
Nice with it.
And then you look at it, you're like, how did he fall? Right? Like, I know we make fun of Scadaboo for being a white running back, runs like 4.7, But like if you watch them in college, and then, you know, the pack isn't right. They're in the pack. Or is it
they're in the Big 12.
Big 12.
Yeah.
He was balling, making
for
plays. So how do these guys like drop? And how do you look at someone else? You know, sometimes like the measurables and shit, it's just so weird to me. It's like, oh, this guy is, you know, 6'5", 4'3", 40, but it's like, all right, this other guy's, you know, 5'11", runs a 4.6 40, but how come no one could catch him?
So hear me out on this reasoning why I think, you know, this is an issue for the Bears moving forward too. It's like, this is the first year, Ben Johnson, first year for Kellen Moore in my situation. This is who you picked, bro? Like second or like this is what I have to look forward to, is that, you know, you miss the mark on a player. Now, I think Ben Johnson was looking for somebody that wasn't going to warrant the ball as much as Tyler Warren. I think Tyler Warren coming out of college, not saying that Colson Loveland wasn't a primary target for Michigan, but like Tyler Warren was, you get this guy the ball in every different way possible. And I think Ben Johnson was probably like, I got a different game plan. We're going to run the football pretty effectively. And I need somebody that can block a little bit better, because he is bigger. Loveland is a bigger tight end.
Yeah, he's
than
6'6". Yeah.
So maybe it was that schematically why he wanted to do that, but it's something to pay attention to, bro, because regardless if that was the reasoning or not, you still chose the wrong tight end. Let's be real. Like Tyler Warren would have been a great piece on this Bears team after what we've seen.
Bro, right now, is he not like a top 3 tight end already?
Easily. This is how we felt about Brock Bowers last year.
Yeah.
Except he's on a good team.
Legit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pick that, to your point, that's a hell of a take. I love that about how this is what you're going to be bringing to the table if you're drafting. Like, you're going to make this kind of mistake. You know, like Tyler Warren, I'm trying to think, you know, off the top of my head, like how many elite tight ends there are. You know, there's a running joke in my fantasy league where for years we played with no tight end slot.
Just because they didn't, bro, they blocked.
Or there was like 3. It was like Kittle, Kelsey, and that's it for the longest time. Where like you could put him in your lineup and you're like, all right, this guy's going to ball out.
We need a legacy game, 4 points.
Yeah, 4 points. We need a legacy game of 7.6. And now you look at it like, bro, I've been running Mark Andrews, Theo Johnson, Kyle Pitts, and every time I start someone, now I got Gatson, who I do like for the Chargers. I think he's a baller. My friend,
6th round draft pick, by the way.
Yeah, my friend Boss, who I used to do Veterans Minimum with, shouts to him. He's a Syracuse fan. He went to Syracuse. He's like, yo, everyone used to call me crazy, but like I thought he was the best tight end in college. I was like, yeah, that's kind of crazy. But now you see him. Dude's balling out. That's a big piece that the Chargers have added now.
Yep.
You know, you got Keenan McConkey. If they could get the running game going when Hampton comes back, you got Quinton Johnston on the outside too. So like, you know, the tight end position is really, really important. But when you miss on one, bro, that high, it's like catastrophic.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Like, think about it. Like, Giants missed on Evan Ingram. Now, so far through 7 weeks, Bears missed on Loveland. Tyler Warren hit. You know, like Kyle Pitts is still a project 5 years into the league. So I think that I regret, if I'm the Bears, I regret passing up on this dude. Midwest, so I get to see him all the time too, kind of still in our backyard relatively. Yeah. I'm like, to me, bro, sometimes that's why I have my issues with like the PFFs of the world and all these like advanced analytics. Sometimes I'm like, yo, my eyes don't lie to me. I feel like I know the game and I could just see. It's like, yo, bro, if I'm the Lions, Sonic and Knuckles is cool. It just looks way better when Gibbs is in the backfield. Like, what are we doing, bro? It needs to be 80-20.
Mm-hmm.
Bijan and Algier. What are we doing? Yo, you're 23, bro. 400 touches.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? You know, like, and just sometimes I don't care what the advanced analytics are. All right, we talk about it on 4th downs. Like, yeah, on 4th and 2, it tells you to punt here, but does it tell me that my quarterback's Josh Allen and 32 of 37 today for 4 touchdowns and 400 yards? I'm going to go for it because I'm on fire right now. I'm not going to kick or I'm not going to punt or hand off. Matthew Stafford, Thursday Night Football a couple weeks ago. How do you watch what he was doing to the Niners and you're like, you know what we're going to do on 4th and 1 with 8 guys in the box? Sorry, Puka and Devontae. Hand off to Kyron Williams with no lead blocker into an 8-man front. That's the optimal play. Like, sometimes it's like, yo, bro, the ID's carving them up. So, to me, like, that's like my gripe. And sometimes the eye test. So, like, with Tyler Warren, I watched one game of his. And, like, immediately. And, like, bro, honestly, I think he made, like, one big catch. But even before that, like, the way he was blocking and moving. And it's like, yo, the eye test, bro. The eye test, it's important.
It don't lie.
It don't lie, brother.
I'll hit you with my next regret.
Go ahead.
I think you have a similar regret to this one, too. So this could be like a 2-4 here. If I'm Myles Garrett, I am regretting signing back with the Browns.
Dude, very similar. Because I have one for Max Crosby. So you can go first, and I'll follow up. But it's poetic that we're both talking about defensive end.
Actually, can you go with yours? Because I wanted to pull up Myles Garrett's statement from earlier this year.
My thinking is this, right? And I am pro athlete. I am pro wrestling. I am pro betting, and I'm pro making your money. Make your money. My whole thing is like when you make your bed, you also got to lay in it too. And he signed this monster extension. But I'm talking about if you're the Raiders. This is more of a Raiders thing than it is Max Crosby. Because Max Crosby hasn't been like, yo, I'm chasing a ring kind of, like.
For sure.
He got his money and he's the face of the franchise. But a couple years ago, teams were willing to give up like 2 1s for him. And you're like, nah, yo, I'm going to keep him to build with him. To build what? To build what? And now he's just pissing away his career with the Raiders. And it's like, for what? If you're the Raiders, you're like, damn, bro. All right, we sold a bunch of jerseys and it's cool. And he's, he has a great story. He was a crazy addict. He's been sober now and he turned his life around. He's a hell of a player, was a late round draft pick. Now he's making $35+ million a year. But it's like, yo, bro, you gotta like, I think it's a combo of both, honestly. But he's never come off as a guy that's like, yo, I want to chase a ring. He's been like, nah, yo, I want to win with the Raiders. I don't remember Myles Garrett saying he wants to win with Cleveland. They were just like, yo, here's $40 million. It could swing your opinion.
Yes.
So I think it's a combination of both Crosby wanting to stay with the Raiders and then the Raiders signing him because it's like, yo, I feel like you do the player a disservice and when you're not building around them, like it's kind of like the same thing the Giants did with Barkley. It's like, yo, we're not ready yet, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We're not yet ready.
Hey, love it or hate it, with everything that I've learned about Jerry Jones from watching his documentary and from watching the saga that took place this past summer, it's not the worst thing in the world to take big chances and big risks, because at least you did something. And when you're an organization that is stuck in the mud, why wouldn't you pull the trigger on a big risk? I'll tell you this, because Mark Davis, is feeling himself. I would be feeling myself too if I owned a WNBA team that is doing shit in the WNBA that nobody's ever seen before. Definitely he's more proud of them than he is of the Raiders. But Max Crosby isn't the Asia Wilson of the NFL. He isn't going to be the Mr. Fix-It, solve-it-all, right? Like when you're a defensive end in the NFL, if you are the best player on the team, Nick, what do you do as an offensive coordinator? Everything goes away from him. It's not that fucking hard.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is, you're literally, just you're stuck in the mud like how I'd stated. And if you wanted me to start now with the Myles Garrett thing, because at least Myles Garrett,
go into that.
Myles Garrett, February 3rd, 2025. This was his statement. As a kid dreaming of the NFL, all I focused on was the ultimate goal of winning a Super Bowl. And that goal fuels me today more than ever. My love for the community of Northeast Ohio and the incredible fan base of the Cleveland Browns has made this one of the toughest decisions of my life. These past 8 years have shaped me into the man that I am today. While I love calling the city home, my desire to win and compete on the biggest stages won't allow me to be complacent. The goal is never to go from Cleveland to Canton. It has always been to compete and win a Super Bowl. With that in mind, I've requested a trade. And then, Nick, they said, how does 4 years, $160 million sound, Miles?
Yeah.
And he said, throw it away, right? I was crinkling up a piece of paper for you audio listeners.
Delete the tweet.
Delete it, bro. By the way, this was Schefter's tweet. So he posted it. Schefter made sure he got that shit, reposted it, because I'm pretty sure Myles Garrett would not allow that to exist on his page. Now, Nick, 2 playoff appearances, 2 seasons going over 500. You've made your money, Miles. You are on a list that I saw earlier this week. Top 25 most influential NFL players of all time. And he's on that list. And he's still going. Obviously, he's single-handedly willing this Browns defense to becoming the best defense that, like the Browns, as shitty as they've been, the defense has been the one constant that you can somewhat rely on.
For sure. Especially when they play at home. Like,
correct.
They play in New England this week, you're not going to get the same result. When they play at home, there are some bitch to play. You saw what they did to Miami. Granted, Miami dumpster fire. But
Correct.
They beat the Packers. It's the Packers' only loss. They went toe-to-toe with Burrow and the Bengals. Remember, Burrow was playing in that week 1. They suffocate you in Cleveland. They might be the best defense in the league when they're at home. Like, no other team. Like, bro, even Denver. Like, Jackson Dart and the Giants with Division II wide receivers.
Right.
He won the game for them. Right? So, like, yo, when they play in Cleveland, you saw what happens when they went to Detroit? Got their shit torn open.
For sure.
This week, when they go into New England, the same thing's going to happen. When they play in Cleveland, though, the dog pound, they're the best defense in the league.
Anyways, Myles Garrett goes and signs this contract, and he has to be regretting it every single day. Because if you're willing to make that statement, and Myles Garrett, out of all people, bro, like, stand on business. This isn't for Cleveland. And I don't know how Cleveland does it. I guess the pocketbook for players is just endless. You got the Deshaun Watson, you got him. Like, it's such a fucked up organization that why did you choose to endure that pain? Do you think, I mean, I can't even fathom a reason as to why this makes sense for him. Maybe he likes his vacations. Maybe he was lying to us, Nick. Maybe he doesn't give a fuck about the Super Bowl. He would way rather already been chilling on a beach in Cancun for 2 months. That's way better.
Yeah. Yeah, Cleveland, man. The owner just came out. He was on the sideline with his family, and they were all wearing number 12 jerseys. Shedeur Sanders. His time is coming too, bro. Remember I time traveled. I told you this. I told you. They were going to run out Dylan Gabriel, who has 3 touchdowns in 3 games. They won in spite of him last week. He had 116 yards. Judkins went crazy, which we said he was going to go crazy. Whoever plays Miami is going to go crazy. Bijan, it'd be nice if you continue this trend this week. We need a 7 touchdown performance. Would be fantastic. But, 116 yards against Miami. They didn't need him to do anything, but he has 546 yards in 3 games. He's 1-2 as a starter. He ain't lighting it up, bro. I think you give him 1 to 2 more weeks, and then you roll Shedeur out, and you're like, yo, listen, we're what? We're 2-5. See what you got. It's, man, number 12 jerseys in the crowd. The owner's family's wearing it. It's like, bro, I want to be able. Nuts. I want to find a sports book that says, is Shedeur Sanders gonna play like
this season?
Not this season, but like I can't figure out like what I'm trying to say, but like a decent amount of time. Like, is he gonna play over under 2.5 games? Like, is he gonna play 10 or more quarters this year? I would take that bet. Dylan like Gabriel's not.
You can find that on Kalshi.
Like, bro, yeah. You can find mad shit on Kalshi. Shouts to Kalshi. We need a sponsor. But like, bro, 3 touchdowns he has this year, no picks. He's playing not to fuck up. 57.6 55.8, and then 72.2 completion percentage. They're running a missionary offense for him. Shador might go in there and start fucking going crazy, and the crowd is going to get behind it because he has one of the highest selling jerseys on the team. And I know he was a star in college coming out, but like, bro, we said this before they made the QB change to Dylan Gabriel. It's like, yo, listen, you give him 5 games, then they have a bye week coming up, and then you give Shador to close out the season. Unless Dylan Gabriel, I had said, lights it up, then you're like, yo, Shador, you got to wait. But you ain't lighting it up. You ain't lighting it up. So, yeah. You got one more?
I do have one more.
Because I gave all of mine.
If I'm Stephen Ross, the Dolphins owner, and this recently just came out, I am regretting not selling the Miami Dolphins, the stadium, and some of my shares of the F1 thing for $10 billion. I am regretting it. This literally just happened. Today, the reports came out saying that he reportedly denied the offer of $10 billion from this other crazy rich guy, Ken Griffin. I thought it was Ken Griffey Jr. for a second. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
What kind of money does he have?
I was like, whoa. And then it was Ken Griffin, and I was like, I don't even want to Google this. He's just another rich white. The real reason, though, is he's starting, or he wants to do the I'm Jerry Buss, and let me pass it on down to my daughters succession type of storyline. And Nick, I did a little bit of a deep dive into why this is just not going to work out in his favor. So Stephen Ross, who is 85 years old, sets up his daughter to be the successor. His daughter, who, you know, has been around the team or whatever, like doesn't seem like the most motivated person to want to take this role. Mm-hmm. Who this role is really for is this one guy that he brought on by the name of Dan Silman, who he hired for his company like in 2014, right? Silman starts banging his daughter. So now Silman, who is like in the sports business world, he's made big deals, right? Starts banging the boss's daughter, marries the boss. Now this dude just turned down $10 billion. Not to give it to the daughter, because this little Dan Silman dude is manipulating this family from the inside.
You know what it sounds like?
Succession.
Triple H in wrestling.
Oh my God, yes, it does sound like Triple H.
Sounds like Triple H, brother. Time to play the game. You know what I'm saying?
Start banging the boss's daughter, and you know you can make your own move at the end of the day. This dude's 85, Nick. Lines all this up. So mind you, the dude who I had been bringing up, Dan Silman, the daughter that he's banging isn't the one who's the successor of the team. There's 2 daughters. So you already know that there's going to be like that family cattiness of
Succession, like you said.
Exactly like Succession, and the Dolphins are going to collapse. It probably would have been a positive to bring in this dude, make more money than you could ever even fathom, right? But for those people, it's not about the money. It's about the power. It's about, I own the Dolphins. You go see F1. Miami's my town.
Yeah.
That's why, right? You can't put a dollar sign on that, clearly. But you're 85, bro. And if you don't see that this little motherfucker's manipulating the system, like this is not going to be a Ross family owned team.
Yeah.
This is going to be a Silman-owned team eventually, and I'm calling it here now. You had your chance. You've had plenty of opportunities to... mind you, I said all this, didn't even talk about how bad the Dolphins are.
Yeah. I mean,
things are terrible right now, bro.
Yeah.
Things are terrible.
Talk about the time machine. I fucking called that shit perfectly. If it wasn't for Brian Callahan being absolutely horrendous, McDaniel, like, throwing his quarterback under the butt, like, they're just... It's inevitable, right? They play the Falcons this week. Legit, they're the worst team against the run, like historically bad. Bro, Algier is plus 150 to score a touchdown. I'm betting that also as like an emotional hedge. I'm going to be like, fuck. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do that also. He's 10-1 to score 2 touchdowns. But like, yo, Bijan Robinson is minus 270. To score 2 touchdowns, he's plus 125.
That's insane.
To score 3, he's plus 800. They're expecting a monster game.
Yeah.
And we need a monster game. This is the game where he should go absolutely bananas like he did against the Bills, right? Maybe score another 2-3 times. But yeah, they're falling apart, dude. Like Bradley Chubb is on the trade block. Phillips is on the trade block.
Waller just got put on the IR.
Waller on the IR. Waddle on the trade block. Like it's just, it's abysmal. I wanted to we're going to revisit this at some point, but I want to end with this because it's ties into the Dolphins. I'm going to read you the top 10 highest paid quarterback contract average. So what they're making this year. And I just want you to tell me first thought that comes to your mind, yes or no, if you're happy with it. Full disclosure, I have 3 of the 10 that I'm like, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
All right. So you understand what we're doing now?
So
I'm gonna read the names. I'm gonna tell you how
okay.
much money they're making, and
Yes.
I just want we're not.
If
gonna
I'm
go,
okay with it, or if I'm not.
If
okay
you're
with
not, yeah.
Got
If
it.
you're like, yeah, I'm cool with paying them that much
for sure.
And I'm telling you, of the 10 names, there's 3 that I'm like, I'm cool with it.
All right, let's roll.
All right, $60 million for Dak Prescott.
Cool with it.
He's one of my 3. I'm cool with it. $55 million for Josh Allen.
Cool with it.
I'm cool with it as well. Now it starts to get fun. Trevor Lawrence, $55 million.
Not cool with it.
Not cool at it whatsoever. Joe Burrow.
So cool with it.
I'm not. Gotta be available, bro.
Do have to be available, but
Still cool with it.
still cool with it based on the with Jamar Chase, uber cool with it.
Okay.
Can't lose Jamar. As soon as Jamar's gone, then what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Childhood friends.
Yeah. Hey, if anyone ever plays quarterback for the Bengals, just throw to number 1, and I think you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Fucking set the catch record for the franchise with Joe Flacco 11 days after signing with the team. All right, let's continue this list. Jordan Love.
Not cool with it.
Can I middle? Can I say?
You didn't say the dollar amount, by the way.
Oh, 55 also, my bad.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
55. Can I wait? Give me a little more time.
For sure.
I need some more time to get ready for this first date that I'm about to go on. That's how I'm feeling about this one.
All right.
I need some more time. All right. Tua, 53.1.
Bro, come on. Next.
yeah.
Next.
53 million, the next 2 quarterbacks. Brock Purdy,
Not worth it.
not with it. Jared Goff,
With it.
bro, not with it.
Mm.
Yo, they won in spite of him on Monday. He's like, our guy Jason, shouts to Jason Griggs. I was texting him during that game. I go, yo, this team is never gonna win with him, bro. They're not. He's just not. When they play good teams, he struggles. Jamar Gibbs went crazy. He had a career night.
Yeah.
He's not like the fact that he's a top 6
Okay,
favorite for MVP is egregious to me.
I'll put it this way. You know how I had broke down like game changers and game managers? He is the best game manager that's in the NFL right now. He's not going to go crazy, and he's not going to rush for a first down on a 3rd and 15. But he's going to get the ball to the people that need to.
Like, bro,
to have it.
if you look at Jared Goff's numbers, they're outstanding since he got to Detroit. And like the last 3 years when the Lions have been Super Bowl, like I think he leads the league in yards and touchdowns, and they've won a lot of games. But it's just like, come January in a big spot, you're gonna fold. Remember I said it last year when they played the Texans and he had 5 interceptions? I'm like, yo, that's he's gonna have one of those. And then he had it in the first half against the Commanders.
Yep.
So, for me, I'm not cool with it. All right. Justin Herbert, 52.5.
Cool with it.
Now I'm cool with it. Before this season, I would have been off.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just take the prototype. I mean, just prototype alone,
Yeah.
you know? Like you put Tua, you put Tua and Herbert and you stand them next to each other and you're like, I mean, yeah, he could see over everybody.
Well, remember last year they called him, Emmanuel Acho called him a social media quarterback, and people like lost their mind. And it was like, a compliment sandwich. You ever heard that term?
Yeah.
Where it's like, dude, you look great. But then a butt is coming. But then I'm going to end it with like, you have a great hat. But in the middle, I just berated you for 45 minutes. They're like, hey, man, that wasn't cool. Compliment sandwich, right? Justin Herbert, when he called him a social media quarterback, it's like the analytic nerds love him and they defend him because there's like, his offensive line is bad. He had Brandon Staley. They led the league in drops. Look who he's throwing to. And then there's the other side that's like, yo, bro, he's overrated and he sucks. But then the social media quarterback thing is like, you watch like an edit of his. Dude, the throw he made against the Broncos, we fucking started the show with that shit. Like, yo, that was the craziest
Laser beams.
Yeah, rolling to his
all
left,
those
fucking
memes.
fired it. The ball was like 3.5 feet off the ground and just a rope for 30 yards. Like, this guy's an animal. And you're right, he's the prototype. And he could run too. Like, sometimes when they do let him run and in big games, he does take off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this year, I'm cool with it. And then the last one is Lamar Jackson, 52. I'm super cool with it.
Underpaid.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, I only brought this up. This wasn't really in our plans because you were talking about Miami. I was just like, yo, this is a big ass contract they just gave him. What was it? And then I looked it up and yeah, listen, it's tough, man. It's tough. And I feel like a lot of these guys, half of them, you have a lot of questions on.
I mean, yeah, bro.
And one of my regrets earlier, maybe I should have brought this up earlier, was with Brock Purdy. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. I really enjoyed this segment. This was fun. Let us know about the contracts and what's a team or a player or a take that you regret for this season. Real quick, George, patreon.com/veterans minimum. Thank you all for the contributions. $1 American a month. That's all we're asking for. It goes a long way. We've been posting nothing but winners. I'm going to do a recap of all the anytime touchdowns that I've given out on the Patreon. So I got to have an actual number. I'll have that for Monday. Monday's show, I'll definitely have that. I'm giving myself some homework. Patreon.com/veterans minimum. Okay, George. It is time for the Week 8 picks.
Let's go.
Let's do a recap. What's our overall records? You could start first.
My overall record, there is a caveat to this one. I'm 16-19 right now. Nick has awarded me 2 wins for my whale play of the year last week when I chose the Patriots and I took them alt spread minus 15.5. It hits. So I was awarded 2 wins for that. I'm 16-19 on the year. My Ursolita is 3-4. My In This Economy is 5-3. My Becky is 6-2. The Toxic one, I'm 3-4. And my Trust Me, I am 1-6. On the board.
Yeah.
On the board with the Trust Me.
Yeah, I told George, I was like, listen, bro, you should have had the minus 29.5, which was fucking crazy. But I was like, yo, you know what? They covered this spread 3 times. I'm going to award you an extra win for that just because you posted about it and you gave it out last week. All right. I am 17-1. Ursolita's 2-5. In This Economy, 0-4 against the spread, 1-2 anytime touchdown props. But we do have the plus 550 Hertz parlay. So I feel really good about that. Becky, we're at 500. You beautiful son of a bitch, you. I am crawling back into your arms at 3-1. Toxic 1, 5-2. Trust Me, 6-1. Have you noticed my order? It just gets better and better as we're going down the list.
Yeah, that's not fair, bro. My Trust Me is 1-6. So like the last thing people hear is like, this dude fucking sucks. He's really bad. So I did on at least the social media graphic this past week, I put fade and like over the trust. Like you should probably fade this. I will continue to do that until I get back to a reasonable record. 2 more wins and I'm removing that.
I'm cool with that. Since you got your first Trust Me on the board, why don't you lead us off with that one?
My Trust Me this week. How is it not Aaron Rodgers playing his team?
Yes, you son of a
I love
bitch.
the Steelers money line on this. I don't even need the points. Steelers money line plus 146. Yeah. This is a dream spot for me.
I'm gonna let you talk for me, but I'm just gonna say my Becky plus 3.5 Steelers.
I love it here. The Mike Tomlin bounce back spot Off a loss, Tomlin is 61-46 against the spread as a coach of the Steelers. He is 25-14 against the spread as an underdog off an outright loss, including 12-3 against the spread at home as a dog, coming off of a loss. So,
bro, you're missing the best part.
Rodgers sticking it to his old team. I mean, this is
he has a chance
obviously
to become the 5th quarterback ever to beat all 32 NFL teams. He's not going to have another chance, bro.
This is it.
This is it. This is it. I'm taking the 3.5 because I'm putting on 2 condoms. George is going Monday Night Raw on that one with the money line. I'm for it, bro. I'm for it. But, dude, to your point also, right? 12-3 against the spread as a home underdog off a straight-up loss. This is a Tomlin spot coming off the bye week. Oh, mini bye, right? Because they played on Thursday. Yeah. And like, yo, truthfully about the Packers, I don't know yet.
I'm not sold.
I don't know yet. They're 4-1-1, and like that first week they beat the shit out the Lions, right? But there was the excitement of like Parsons got there, and it's the first time without Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, Lions outdoors, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll give them that win, but they haven't really played anyone crazy that you're like, yo.
Yeah. And
they got into a shootout with the Cowboys that they should have lost.
Correct. Green Bay is 0-6 over the last 50 years playing in Pittsburgh. It's official.
Keep that funk alive, baby.
Don't go against the number here.
That's my Becky. That's your trust me. I'll go with mine, a little snake draft action.
Hit me with it.
Toxic one. 83% of the tickets are coming in on the Cowboys plus 3.5. I just think it's really simple. They are a different team when they play outside of Dallas. When they play in Dallas, indoors, this team is a juggernaut. Their games at home. Are you ready for this? They have scored 40, 44, and they've scored 40. When they play outdoors, it's a little bit different. 14 points against the Bears. They put up 37 against the Jets, but the Jets are still trying to find the win. And then they lost to the Panthers. The Cowboys, when they play at home, they are a buzzsaw. When they play on the road, I'm concerned. And I wonder if this Denver win is like a season turning point for them. Like, yo, we fucking stole one. We're in first in the division, and we're not favored to win the division. There's no way I could play the Cowboys, and they're just getting way too much attention and way too much money. That's why for me it's the toxic one. I know it kind of doesn't really tie into like our full toxic one, but you know it's also a popular team, one of the most popular teams, the most popular team in the league. Just stay away from this Cowboys game. Way too many people are picking them to win. Yo, we just put up 40 plus. Yeah, just when you're at home, just a different team.
Yeah, and it's the year of the Bronco. The luck is in the stadium, bro. Like I'm telling you that there's always that one team every year that is sneaking shit out that you know they're not as worthy as their record. The Broncos fit that mold.
Cowboys, Falcons. Love them when they play at home. Not a fan anywhere else. So just be careful with this one. What do you got next?
I'll hit you with my toxic one.
Okay.
I know this goes against a little bit what you were saying earlier with the Browns, but Patriots -7 at home versus the Browns and a Monday or on a afternoon start. There's something here that just shouts backdoor cover. The Titans were able to put up 10 points on the Patriots, which shocked the shit out of me. And so I do think that the Browns offense will be able to produce enough offense to keep them competent in this game. And you know, it's easy playing the Titans, and then you think football's easy, and then you go in and Myles Garrett's lining up at defense end, and you're like, oh shit, I'm still in the NFL. Last week I thought I was back playing Division I college football, and no, I'm in the NFL now. And that's why strictly defensive purposes, the Browns either take them or you pass on this Patriots-Browns game because there's something fishy in the air. I don't believe in the Pats as much as I believed in the Colts.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're seeing the rise of both of those teams.
Yeah.
But I feel way more confident in the Colts.
Couldn't agree with you more. I absolutely love this take because I'm going to tie in something with you. In this economy, for me, is the Ravens -6.5. All right. Check this shit out. I think we got to call this the fraud check parlay.
Okay.
We take the Browns +7 and we take the Ravens -6.5. Shout out to the AFC North. We're going to call it the fraud check parlay. What this means is this. Ready? Teams who didn't make the playoffs the year before and enter on a 4-game winning streak, both straight up and against the number, are 1-14-1 against the spread since 2022. The Pats and the Bears fit this mold.
Yeah.
And the Ravens, this is all hands on deck. If we lose this one, maybe there's a Derrick Henry reunion back in New England with his former head coach. Maybe Mark Andrews gets shipped over to the Buccaneers, reunites with his college quarterback. It's a fire sale. D-Hop, do you want to go back to Kansas City? They don't really need you, but maybe you go somewhere else. I think we do this, the fraud check parlay of the week. We take the Browns +7. We take the Ravens -6.5. Hell, I'm doing an alt spread on the Ravens -13.5.
Wow.
+240. I think they come off the bye. It's a kitchen sink game, bro. Chicago hasn't really played anyone good, right? They played the Cowboys at home. They beat the shit out the Cowboys, but they haven't played it. And look, the Ravens are 1-5, but they're gonna get Lamar back, coming off the bye. They're at home. It's just a kitchen sink, all hands on deck. We lose this, it's a fire sale.
Yeah.
I think the Ravens beat the shit out of them. Ready for this? +425. Derrick Henry to score 2 touchdowns. Come on, man. That's why in this economy.
And I can't put in the fraud check parlay because my Ursolita this week is the Bears.
How
+6.5.
you? How
so
you betrayed me, you son of a bitch.
That's why I just stood here idly by and I waited my time to tell you that it's ugly as hell. How would you bet against Lamar Jackson in a must-win spot? Well, I think that things have gotten that bad, and I want to see the Ravens crumble a little bit here. And I am putting this bet in knowing that Lamar Jackson, this is a crazy stat, when facing opposing head coaches for the first time, 37-8 straight up, 24-21 against the spread. So Ben Johnson fits the mold. First time going and seeing Lamar, and I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is on this one. And I like the Bears enough in this game. They've put up 21 points or more in all their games this season. So I know that they're steady enough to at least give me a backdoor cover hope.
I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I like the total in this one, too. The total in this game, you know, we don't really give out too many totals unless we really like one, but like 49, I like it. Because even if it fits the game script, right? If Derrick Henry is running wild and so is Lamar, you could throw on the Ravens. So I think Caleb has a monster game too. I think this is high scoring, but I think it goes in my favor.
I don't think so.
Side wager?
For me, it's an ugly one.
Coffee bet?
Coffee bet.
Right.
This is your Becky?
This is my in this economy.
Oh, that was your in this economy.
Yeah.
Oh.
In this economy for me.
In this economy, you're not giving people the value that I'm giving people, though.
Nope.
I'm giving the people the 49ers money line going to Houston to play the Texans. Short rest for the Texans. And by the way, if you peeped the way the Texans looked in the fourth, or really just in the second half of that Monday Night Football game versus the Seahawks, I've never seen a team more lost on offense than the Houston Texans are right now. Nick, it was comical. There was a possession in that Monday night game where CJ Stroud threw 3 fade balls, go balls, that were like 5 yards overthrown, 4 yards overthrown. The ball went out of bounds. And that was it. It was 3 and out. They were down by 15. It was a drive where you score, you have a chance to make something of this game. Their defense was keeping them in it. But the Texans' offense is so bad. And the reason why I brought up that drive is because after that drive happened, everybody on the offense goes to the sideline. Everybody was holding iPads, not talking to each other. Because, bro, they were watching it and they didn't know what to say. They were like, what do we do? Like, we're so fucking bad right now. This is the only option, is to try to go deep to, anybody that's not Nico Collins. Just doesn't make sense, but that's all you have. I say all this negative shit about the Texans to go, the 49ers against the Falcons this past week proved a lot to me. They were able to fill that Fred Warner spot pretty quick.
Yeah.
That middle linebacker that they had, I was extremely impressed with. His speed to the ball, his ability to command the defense. I like the 49ers a lot. And just based on the whole short rest situation, CJ Stroud, 2-5 straight up on short rest, including 0-2 straight up when starting on short rest after a loss. He's at home, and you're getting plus money on the 49ers. I love this one. And I even feel like this line might flip by the weekend and it might go to a pick'em. It's practically there now, but
You don't trust me, do you?
wow, you're about to say the Houston Texans is one of your bets.
It's not one of my bets. It's the bet. Hey,
By the way, this has never happened before where we've had 2 head-to-head bets in our betting segment.
Yeah.
So it's more than a coffee now.
And you're betraying the flagship pick of the show.
All right, hey.
This week has been a rough week for our
ride.
friendship.
I ride.
I'm on the Texans -1.5, and here's why. I love when a team looks shitty on primetime playing another team that looked goodish on primetime. Texans, must-win situation. You're looking at the Colts in the division. The Jaguars are ahead of them. And I love this spot here because the Texans, also a short week for them, but they're coming at home. But then you have the Niners that looked really, really good on primetime. They're a little hobbled coming in. Who knows who's going to play receiver for them? I think they could take away McCaffrey and then have Mac Jones beat them. The Texans' defense is not the issue.
Oh, yeah, no. They're really good.
The Texans' defense is very good. The Texans' defense,
3 in the league?
they should have, the plane ride back from Seattle to Houston, it should have been a civil war in that plane between the offense and defense. Bro, how we get so many turnovers and we lose
positive, the field position was nuts. Bro.
Yeah, and we lose by 2 scores? We need some home cooking in Houston. CJ Stroud at home. Listen, they have to win this game to save their season. And a team on short rest has faced the Niners 32 times in the 9 seasons that Shanahan has been the coach. The team on short rest is 11-21. So the trend isn't going in my favor. But man, eye test, baby. Eye test. That defense is serious in Houston, and I think they play better. They play well on the road too, but at home, I think they play just as good. And this is a kitchen sink game. I'm gonna cook up a parlay. Must-win games for the week, right? You got the Ravens, you got the Texans. I got to think of someone else too. But I'm going to have something in the Discord when the time comes for all the fans. But for me, trust me, Texans -1.5.
Wow. 2 head-to-heads. 2 head-to-head. I mean, do you want to go with your last one?
I have just my only one that I haven't given out yet is my Ursolita.
Okay, hit me with your Ursolita because I still have to put in my anytime touchdown parlay.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
to calculate the odds.
All right,
here.
so I'll let you cook up both of those. I'll go with my Ursolita, then I'll give you my anytime touchdown parlay. I got trolled by some of my friends and some of the fans saying that my week 1 anytime touchdown parlay was like 70-1, and then last week it was plus 800. They're like, "Yo, you're becoming everything you made fun of, like I said before. This week it's plus 600. Let me just give you the anytime touchdown parlay real quick. Ready for this? All right, plus 700. James Cook, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Bijan Robinson, plus 600. That's anytime touchdown parlay. My Ursolita is the Bills minus 7.5. Simple handicap. Josh Allen versus bad teams coming off a bye. They're starting Andy Dalton. Everyone feels good about the Carolina Panthers. They're 4-3. How the fuck are they 4-3? Bryce Young is going to be sitting because he got the ankle injury. Like we said, Andy Dalton is coming in. I just think this one is like, yo, Buffalo, you need like a 40-17 win to remind people who you are. And I haven't liked how they've looked. You know they're still favored to be the 1 seed? Because the schedule is pretty much a cake. Like their only real hard game is at New England that they got to go play. Because then they have the Chiefs game, which is very difficult. But
well, New England's for everything.
Could be for all the marbles.
That's for the division.
Yeah, that could be for all the marbles. So yeah, for me, Bills minus 7.5 is Ursolita. In this economy is Ravens minus 6.5. Becky is Steelers plus 3.5. Toxic one is the Cowboys plus 3.5. And my trust me is the Texans minus 1.5. Concluding with the anytime touchdown parlay for me, Cook, Henry, Barkley, Bijan plus 900.
You know it's National Tight Ends Week. I just wanted to make you aware.
Whoa, it is. It's the last Sunday in October.
I just wanted to make you aware because we did this last time where it was like, how the fuck do we miss National Tight Ends Weekend? And so, yeah, I just remembered and I was like, you know, we got to toss some tight ends in here. I mean, there's been guys, like Jake Ferguson, I feel has been a automatic touchdown every week for the Cowboys. Tucker Kraft's been doing good. I mean, I want to go with my anytime touchdown parlay, 13-1 again. Cameron Scattaboo, George Kittle, Jake Ferguson. 2 tight ends, and I'm riding with Scattaboo until he does not score one, bro. I think he's putting one in the rest of the year, and that offensive rookie of the year is mine. At 20-1 that I put him in during the middle of the fucking season. Proud of that one. You gave all your bets. I had yet to give my Becky.
Hold on, you just inspired me, bro. I got a 65-1 anytime touchdown parlay with the tight ends.
Go ahead.
All right, a little extra since you reminded me. Let's go with Kincaid, Dallas Goedert, Kyle Pitts, and George Kittle.
4-legger?
Yeah. 65-1?
I thought you were about to list off like 6 people. I was like, how did Nick just do all that clicking?
No.
I mean, noticing. Okay, I like that one.
National Tight Ends Day, baby.
National Tight End U is going to happen. My Becky.
Good.
It's not a whale play of the season. I can't just do it every single week. But the Falcons alternate spread minus 13.5 is plus 172 right now versus the Dolphins. That's the one I'm putting in. Fuck the spread they're giving us. Alt spread that shit. I have never, in my last 5 years of doing podcast content for the NFL, have seen an organization in this much disarray. This is really bad. And this is like a elongated, prolonged, just, I can't fathom what is really going on behind the Dolphins front offices and their meeting rooms. Like, I can't even imagine what that is. The Falcons are going to embarrass the Dolphins in this spot. And usually when this shit happens, bro, like when teams are just about to dismantle, that's when you see the 55-3, 60-12 type of game. Like, I think this is one of those, like, oh my God, game of the weekend.
He gets fired on the way back into the locker room.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, bro, we're not going to even let you do the post-game press conference.
I'm trying to remember here. I think it was when McDaniels got fired from the Raiders. The Chargers put up 63 points on the Raiders. That was a home game.
Mm-hmm.
It was it. Went back to the locker room. Gone.
Hey, I just cooked this one up too, bro. Because you kind of inspired. We'll end with this one. Alt spread parlay.
Okay.
35-1. Ready for this? Baltimore minus 13.5. Falcons minus 13.5. Denver minus 13.5 at home against Dallas.
Wow.
I don't like the Cowboys outdoors. 35-1. Ladies and gentlemen, this was another episode of Veterans Minimum. Thank you for watching. Rate, review, subscribe, tag us, follow us. Show us some love. Join the Patreon for $1 American. That's 3 cents a day. You won't even recognize it on your statements.
Definitely.
All things Veterans Minimum are at Veterans Minimum. George?
Mr. George Carmona is where you can find me, and we will catch you guys on Monday. Peace.
I'm a gold medalist, bronze like your medal is. So many deer in headlights, but it's bedtime. Hear that supper bell, main course, be the venison.
Dab. Most dangerous game. Either kill or be killed.